Welcome back, designers, to Silvia Designs. I'm Kat, and today I want to introduce you to the wire looping pliers by the BeadSmith. These pliers will help you make simple wire loops, wrapped wire loops, and even your own eye pins. I'm going to demonstrate all of these techniques, but before I do, make sure you are subscribed and you hit that notification bell. And you'll definitely want to stick around until the end. I have a special bonus tip just for you. All right, it's time to see those wire looping pliers in action. Let's start by looking at the tool itself. Now on one side we have a very familiar round nose plier tip, and on the other side here what we have is a little concave little U. So when you bring the pliers together you have that nice little shape, right? So you can see that this is really going to help us with those loops. Now I said that you can do simple wire loops, wrapped wire loops, and eye pins. So let's grab one of our head pins here. And I just have some sample beads. So we're going to slide on one of our beads to our head pin. Hold it with your thumb. We want to make sure that's nice and snug there. And then you come in with your pliers just above where that bead is. So if you can see just down the barrel there, I have it just right above where that bead is sitting snug. So watch what happens. So I'm going to hold the bead because we want it to kind of kick back, right? Just like so. And you can see that wire starts to come out this way. So we're just going to help it around a little bit. And then rotate your pliers and give it another little squeeze and bring that wire all the way across. And if you want, you can kind of give it another little additional squeeze. You can see that wire is really nice and snug in there. Go ahead and remove your wire looping pliers. Come in with your flush cutters, snip off that little excess piece of wire, and we have a beautiful little simple wire loop. Look how cute that is, right? Okay, so that's one example. Now, I said that we can make wrapped wire loops. So I have a little piece of wire here. So we're going to come in about halfway down just for my demonstration purposes here. And again, we want to keep a nice grip on this end of the wire because we want that little kickback to happen, right? So wrap it around, wrap it down, and then rotate your pliers. And very similar as to you would hold your round nose pliers, you're just going to wrap that across so we get that nice little crosshatch right there. And now we're just going to wrap and wrap, and let's do one more just because we can. We have 3 little wraps there. Let's go ahead and remove your pliers. Come in with those flush cutters, snip off that wire, and we have a beautiful little wrapped wire loop. Perfect, right? Okay, and as promised, let's do the third one now. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the end of a piece of wire here. I'm going to take those pliers, set it right at the end, and go ahead and give it a nice little squeeze. And we're just going to rotate. Now I'm pressing a little bit on my thumb to get that to rotate in, just like so. Rotate until it starts to touch. But the most important thing is we want to bend this wire back so we have a nice straight eye pin coming down that side. So that's where you're just kind of curving it around and then you can bring it back. Okay, so that's how you create a little eye pin. Very cool. This is a wonderful tool to use to create all of those little loops. And because we have this side here that's a round nose plier, you can decide how big you want those loops. So if you want a much bigger loop, just move your wire or your head pin, whatever it is, down a little bit further. As promised, here is your bonus tip. Now I have my pliers here, and what I want to do is I want to protect not only my pliers, but the wire that I'm using to make my jewelry. So I'm going to come in with a little piece of blue painter's tape. Now set it inside the little pliers here. Go ahead and line it all the way up to the edge, right? And now squeeze those pliers. You'll see it kind of come together. And go ahead and wrap one side and then wrap the other side, right? What we've done is we've just wrapped that blue painter's tape, and you can see that it will now protect any wire that you put in between there. You can also wrap this portion as well if you find that it is marring your piece. But what I love about the blue painter's tape is it protects your pliers, it protects the wire, and it will leave no sticky residue when you need to take this off and replace it. So that's a little extra bonus tip. I know you can get blue painter's tape, you know, they make it in green and stuff as well, but you can get it at your local hardware store, so it's really easy to come by and find. I'll leave a link down below as to my favorite brand, but that is a wonderful little tip to protect your pliers.
Thanks so much for watching, designers. If you liked this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. I have put a link in the description box down below so you can get your very own wire looping pliers. It is a great tool to have in your arsenal. You won't be disappointed. If you're not already, be sure to subscribe so you can see my weekly videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.